What's going on? You're tuned into the All Points Podcast. We are the freshest crew. I go by the name of A2.
Jonathan the Great.
Tim, not in the corner.
Oh, not in the corner. We are 3 men down today.
We're 3.
But it's a glorious day. It's a beautiful day. It's a fantastic day. It's an amazing day. It's a day of justice. I'm sorry. I'm going right off the bat. I don't know if you've heard in the news. It's probably a day late. But the greatest president in history, your favorite president, has been indicted. He's been indicated, as he put it.
How can they do this to the God?
Good. They always try to take God out the sky. They're trying to take him out. Can't let it happen.
He knows what really happened to Jeffrey Epstein. Like, he can't just be walking around out here free.
See, I'm just setting it up. This is going to happen, all right? They're trying to get him in jail so he can, off himself.
Damn demon rats.
I swear Comedy Central knows the future, though, because literally last night they dropped a season finale, and it was a Trump episode. I'm like, they knew something was happening right now. I swear they timed it too perfect.
Wait, what show?
On South Park.
Yeah.
It's like they don't stole the Simpsons mojo. Like, we gonna
South Park dropped the season finale already?
Dude, they do, like, ever since pandemic, they've been doing like
seven
episode seasons. That's it.
Yeah,
where's it coming on? Because I hopped on HBO Max and I don't see anything.
It's HBO Max, but it always comes out like a day later than when it actually airs.
Yeah.
But it's also on like Hulu with live TV, so it's weird because it's like expiring off of there.
Yeah.
South Park just got a bunch of stuff going on. They stream it too many places and pissing people off.
Yeah, because they got the movies on Paramount, so it's just it don't make no damn sense.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, it was going to happen. We was waiting for it to happen. I'm glad that it happened. Because Twitter has been fun. Twitter is always fun when that shit happens.
If you like arguing with people.
No, I'm not even arguing. I'm just enjoying the rage that they're in like right now. They're like, this is a travesty. We won't stand for it.
Like, all right,
See the
do
gravy?
it January 6th. Some people just now getting out.
I mean, yeah. That fucking
QAnon shaman.
yeah,
they
he got put on. What was
finally
it? He went to a halfway house or some shit.
Yeah.
Shit, wasn't there a dude from Wichita that recently got locked up for the January 6th?
Funny thing about that. I mean, I don't know how recent it was. I think it's maybe like like 6 months ago or something like that.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mom's fiance actually worked with the dude. So he knew who he was, and he was just waiting. He was waiting for them to scoop him up. And then, sure enough, it's like, oh, yeah, Frankie's not going to be in today. But, just like got it. They
boys
just got
came
that
and
dude.
got him.
Yep.
Bro, just out here operating like everything normal.
He was like, no. I'm sure for like a good month. He was like, yeah, I was there at the Capitol.
Probably.
And then he got real quiet after. He sunk in his seat.
The funny thing is, there wasn't anywhere that he can go. I mean, imagine like whenever in the movies back in the 90s, somebody did something heinous or whatever, they'd try to escape the country and go to Mexico. But he was looking at it like, nah, like they built that wall. There's no way I can get past that.
And then he looked up north and he was like, nah, I can't have my guns up there.
Too much socialism.
That's where tequila's made, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, callbacks.
I mean, what do you do when you're in that situation? Do you want your guns, but you got to deal with the Mexicans, or you don't get your guns, but well, it's an obvious choice. If you got to deal with this socialism.
I mean, nah, I'd still go south.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Why? What?
I'm
Well,
going to Mexico.
wait. Why would you go to Mexico?
Come on, man.
I
Why
mean-
wouldn't I go to Mexico?
I mean,
It's warmer. It probably looks a lot better.
everything is in that like sepia tone. You know that, right?
No.
The second you go over the
That's not how
border,
it really looks.
Every movie made in Mexico has that filter. Every single one at some point.
just the second you cross that border, just boom.
Nice little tan thing. Going
Yeah.
on. Just like,
It could be like fucking like 40 degrees out there. And it's still that sepia tone with like snow coming down and shit.
In Mexico?
In Mexico.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not like it's just like always like 80 degrees out there.
Yes, it is.
Some places
No.
they might have. You know what? We're going to find out.
Well, you do that. You do that.
I'm doing it.
I mean, you're going to be wrong, but whatever. Anyways, while scrolling through the Facebooks, I just saw this post that scientists created like a piece of woolly mammoth meat.
I saw that. They made meatballs out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody's too scared to eat it. And I'm like, why?
Right.
Yeah. Would you eat
It's
mammoth
just
meat?
artificial meat, like
Yeah.
at that point. I
Yeah.
mean, you already eat that. Like,
Right. If you can handle pink slime, you can handle some woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
have you seen how Taco Bell makes their meat?
Don't you do it?
Look like wood pellets,
Actually,
man.
Hey, listen.
Actually, you're right. I have seen it. I don't
It's-
care.
It's weird,
I
but
don't
I'm
care.
like,
It's still good.
I was
It's
gonna
still
say,
good.
I ain't died and it's delicious. Those are the two things I need to know.
McDonald's been serving us sawdust for like 20 years, so
Right.
But it's good.
It's like I'm just coming from my perspective. How I kept saying, if you woke up one day and you saw a T-Rex just dead in the middle of the street, how fast would you chop that bitch up and eat it? Because me personally, I'm gonna eat a T-Rex that's like maybe just a rib or something like that. You know what I
No,
mean?
because you don't know how it died.
this man
Don't need to know.
It just
Flintstones.
keeled over or whatever.
Don't need to know.
T-Rex AIDS, and you're just
What-
gonna eat it
What do you cook, or why do you cook?
to make it taste better.
No,
Yes.
get all them bacterias and shits out of there, and you can just eat it. It's fine.
No.
I mean, you think eating squirrel, after you cook it, is bad?
Yes.
Well, you ain't tried squirrel.
I'm not a redneck, so yes. Yes.
I'm
All
just
I
saying.
can say is I see a T-Rex in the middle of the street. Fuck carving it up. I'm looking for the Jurassic Park people. Like, y'all have been told not to do this. You've seen how the movies go. Stop. Just stop. You're going to kill us all.
That never works though. Like we were talking on the last show, but people creating fungus and all that stuff just to try to doom the world. They never listen.
Yeah.
They don't. It's just like, why? Why do y'all want to be the one who started Doomsday? No one will remember you because we'll all be dead.
Because they feel like they're the main characters. And no.
And see, you're not doing your duty if you don't ingest that T-Rex to make sure you get rid of all the DNA that it could use to make more.
You would never be able to finish that in time.
How do you know?
Because
Have a block party, all right?
oh my.
Yeah,
have you seen the science?
you recruit all them dads with the fucking like slippers on out there with the kiss to cook shits and whatnot.
Then they're gonna know. So you're not really getting rid of the evidence of it being there.
If you're in a neighborhood, I assume that everybody has kind of the same values, right?
No.
And so then you're probably going to be like, okay,
No.
this is a danger to society. This is a danger
No.
to my children.
No.
So
Not everybody shares the same ideas. Anytime that we were at the fortress during 4th of July, you come outside and that nigga house sells down the street. They pop all the fireworks and just leave the shits in the street.
Yeah,
no,
right.
we don't have the same values.
well, I mean, again, with the danger to the childrens. I mean, I just assume, if they find out the T-Rex was there, they getting rid of all the witnesses. And that means all of the adults, the children, all of them.
you
Just
keep
getting up.
mentioning children when we're in a country of people that don't give a fuck about the children.
They care about the children.
No, they don't.
No.
Nobody in this country give a fuck about the children.
Well, they should. All right.
What?
They should.
No. Well, they should. Yes. But clearly,
Well, I care about the children, so
Do
I'm gonna
you?
eat that T-Rex.
all right. Well, do you?
Yep.
But anyways, so people not caring about the cheerings. Happened again.
Yep.
I'll quote my brother's post, yada, 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 thoughts and prayers, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody cares. As sad as it is, what are you going to do? This shit keep happening. I want to leave so bad. I want to get out of the fucking United States.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
I need money.
You talking about Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It is wild to me how what was it? It was like 122 that have happened just in these first 3 months of the year.
Yeah.
It's just like nobody gives a fuck.
Nope.
I heard guys talking about it at work today, and it's the same old shit that we've been hearing for years here now. It's like, oh, there's people protesting about gun control. Why would they do that? They want to ban guns, just ban stupid people. It's like,
Yeah.
just reform. Gun reform does not mean you can't have a gun.
Yeah.
It means the people who should not have guns won't have guns. And that includes the people who don't lock their shit up and let their kids take them, or just random people just coming in their house and taking their guns.
Wait. I just heard you say something. Take my guns. What do you mean? No, you're not taking my guns.
Taking all your guns, Jonathan.
That's how it goes.
Yep, that's all they heard.
You gotta have the
Selective
gazpacho
hearing.
police around here to take your shit, right?
Listen, I am for people having guns because I can tell you this much: you break in my house, I am not going to be lacking. I can tell you that much. But at the end of the day, there are people that don't need them, and some of these people that gonna get mad about it are the people that don't need them. Because
Right,
yours will
exactly.
get taken.
But you have to understand that once the government goes tyrannical, they're going to be the ones out there on the front lines. So they have to have all
They're going to be
those
saving
guns.
us.
Yeah, of course.
They're going to try to make it sound like a West Side Gun, ad libs.
Capital again.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm so mad at that shit because, like, all right, so obviously, I'm interacting with them all the time, right?
With who?
Them.
Oh,
Yeah. Them. Shall not be infringed. Those motherfuckers. And like every time I see one of them posts, it reminds me of that like Jon Stewart. He had this interview with this one guy, and he was just basically like, so how do you feel about voting? He's like, well, we need to make sure that we have strict laws and whatnot. And it's like because we have to protect the voting, so you're protecting voting by having restrictions, but you're not protecting children with the same restrictions. I'm just like, yeah, and it's always just that loop of just like, yeah.
It's no matter how many times you use what they say against them, logically, it's never gonna hit.
Right.
It just doesn't.
People get tunnel vision. They focus on just the one thing, and it's just like no one is saying that you can't have your stuff, man. It's just, these people that are shooting up the places just don't need to. That's just. I mean, this lady's like, what? She was 28 years old, and it's just like, yeah, she used to go to school, but it's just like you haven't been at this school in almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
What was your motivation for this? Like, I'll never condone people going and killing themselves, but it's just like if you just want it all to end, go take care of that shit by yourself. You don't need to be involving other people. Like, there's a crazy guy near my neighborhood who. And he seems legitimately crazy. I've talked to people at Quick Trip because he just be shouting across the street there, and they can tell when he's off his meds. And
hey, man, you got to move out the hood.
I am not in the hood. That's the crazy part, dude. It's just he gets off his rocker, but he will walk in the middle of the street, like down the yellow line the whole way. Traffic coming, like that's 37th Street. So there's cars going 40 miles an hour, and I legit get scared that he's going to jump out in front of a car one day because I'm like,
then it's
he's
on
just
you.
tripping.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit though. It's like that's the person who would probably be like, I don't need any kind of like therapy or anything like that. They would just dodge it until it gets to that point where it's like, well, my only outlet is to shoot some motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or as they call it now, suicide by cop.
Yeah.
And it's just like it doesn't have to go that far.
Yeah.
I think
it's too bad we don't have the Suicide Squad. Like if you don't care anymore, then we can at least put you to use. Like, hey, go. Fight fucking Russia, like whatever.
It's
like,
just
you don't
all
care what
of
happens
Russia.
to you.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it matter?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That would be a concept there. Like you can join the army or whatever. Don't worry, you don't have to do any training.
Yeah.
We'll just send you out there. You can be a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they did it to the slaves back in the Civil War, man. Put us on the front lines with no training. We're just like, all right, boy. You better not duck.
Oh shit! When you were speaking about South Park, that reminds me of a little skit that they did. It's not even a skit; it was just a little segment where it was like they had all the black soldiers that were going out. And it was like Operation Black Shield or some shit, and sent them out. It's like, yeah, it's the kind of shit that would happen. But I mean, for what it's worth, I like obviously I'm like fuck that shooter and all that. But what just kind of pissed me off even more was how much like the conservative wing cared about this one because like the shooter was trans. Yeah. So I was like, yo, like it is amazing how much it flipped to like ban guns for trans people or non-binary. I'm like, duh, like
is that what they're saying?
Yeah. It like all over Twitter. You see the same thing posted. It's really funny how quick that changes when it suits somebody's interest. I mean. And then they made a whole big deal of like it being it's a problem because there was like maybe 3 people who were like trans, non-binary and whatnot. And they're like, it's a problem. We need to look into this. Like as opposed to like all these other motherfuckers who had like manifestos and shit.
Yeah.
So like
I said you can't win. I don't want to do it anymore. The world's gone crazy.
So crazy.
People out here. Actually, I was trying to weave this in, kind of like what we were talking about last week. Last time, like with the Florida man stuff. And you guys said that Ohio's becoming the new joint. You guys hear about this dude named Desmond Ramsey?
That name is familiar for some reason, but I don't know why.
This wild motherfucker pretty much went to a bunch of sperm banks, like 13 of them joints. He has 550 kids. He is stomping Nick Cannon.
Is this the dude on Netflix, the doctor?
No. I don't think this is the doctor. I think this is a different dude, but it's fucking wild. So they basically are suing him for possible like accidental incest, pretty much. Like you're having that many kids and they might end up fucking each other. And I'm like,
That's all over Ohio?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This is what I've been saying about Nick.
Oh, no.
Cannon.
No, my bad. I had that wrong. My bad. That's a different Ohio person. No.
He got a list of Ohioans.
Okay. Ohio man.
Ohio gent.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. But that is a story. I might as well tell that one anyway. This guy is named Jonathan Major. Different Jonathan Major. Well, nah. This dude's in like fucking. I guess he's Dutch or whatever. So not Ohio. But yeah. So he basically was shooting in a bunch of cups. Damn, shooting and kids. This is how we do this. What is going on here?
Hold on.
Thoughts and prayers.
Is this his own cups, or did he just blow a load in already done cup?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Like shooting like, sperm donation cups or whatever. Like
Ones that have already been filled, though? Like,
no. I think he's donating his sperm. He's went to like 13 of these joints, and he's been shooting it up.
What's the problem?
Bro just wants free
Because
porn.
he could possibly, if you're having like 550 kids, there's a possibility that they could end up growing up and fucking each other, and they don't want incest to happen because they're gonna be abnormally. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
My Lord.
However,
Here you go. Fucking
What?
The weasel.
what? Now, okay, let's just hear me out, okay? 13 different sperm banks. Are they in the same county or anything like that?
Something like that, yeah.
They're all about the same
I
county.
mean, he ain't spreading his shit out, but
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, there's a possibility, but even then, the odds of it like having some abnormalities and deformities is less than 1%.
No.
Like, how do you think, humans after we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, made it to the numbers that we did right now? There had to be a little incest going on. So if it's okay with the Lord,
This one we cue in that sweet home Alabama.
This man has like 40 cups at each of these places. Like, I can't even fathom the idea. Like, I know he's at a sperm bank, but it's like, bro, you don't beat your meat that many times outside of your home. Like, what the hell?
he got a purpose, all right?
Man,
He saw a vision.
they hear him through the door like, he pumping with a purpose, man.
He said, the Lord said, be fruitful. He said, he's shooting out like mayonnaise in those big jars.
He had the hole open at the bottom of the fleshlight, so he could just go straight into the cup.
Lord.
He's like, water, another.
I'm telling y'all, this is what Nick Cannon is trying to do. And that's what, like, he's part of the Legion of Doom. Him, Ezra Miller, and Antonio Brown together, man.
I can see that. And I want that to happen. Wait,
which
who's the leader, though?
I was gonna say which one is Lex? 'Cause
I don't know. I don't think they found him yet. Like, we ain't hearing about him yet, because the fact that we don't hear about him tells you how evil he truly is.
I think we might already have him, and we just didn't realize it. It could be Ye.
Who?
Ye. Yeah, he could be Lex. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw him, like, him make up to it for the the Jews, right?
Yes.
This man,
Shout out to Jonah Hill.
Man.
he was like, you know what? I watched 21 Jump Street, and I saw Jonah Hill, and I love the Jews again. And he learned his lesson from watching 21 Jump Street.
Jonah Hill was Jewish.
But
man.
neither did I.
Oh my
Makes
god.
sense. I'm like, he's always like in a Jewish family whenever he's in, like how Adam Sandler is always with the Jewish family.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, he's,
But he's a known
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Jonah
you
Hill
mean.
been flying under the radar. He been keeping that chain tucked.
I mean,
Nobody knows.
He did have the curly hair though, so I mean,
Jonah Hill?
Yeah.
He had the
so,
Jew fro?
A little bit.
I will say this about Jonah Hill though. There's fat Jonah Hill and there's skinny Jonah Hill. And fat Jonah Hill is funnier, and I want that to be on record because he is not as funny when he's skinny.
Yeah, he lost some of his laugh juice, when he was working out there. So
It's so stupid. But I don't wish that it could be that simple just to be forgiven. Like you watch some slapstick comedy and then everything's like, okay, you know what?
yeah.
You guys are okay.
Yeah, it's like, Epstein watching Cuties or something,
I don't think this. I don't think. I don't think that. No. It's like, what it really be like? I mean, let's say Hitler watching who's that fucking guy with a mustache? Charlie
Chaplin.
Yeah, like would he have changed his mind or something?
Oh shit!
I, the Donald, have watched Don't Be a Menace in the South Side while not drinking your juice. And I have to say, I love black people.
Nah, Donald would have watched Get the Gringo. He's like,
What's that movie? It's like I can't. I gotta break through to these kids. That fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
I remember the South Park episode.
Yeah.
I realize how
real
hard it
movie.
is for inner city children. I realize what I've been doing was wrong, so I'm gonna donate $1 billion.
That's a lot, Donald.
And I'm going to make Mexico pay for it all.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, they can't pay for it from jail, so
Man.
that ain't happening though. That ain't never happening.
Because what he's indicted on is basically just for him giving the hush money to Stormy Daniels. Right? Like,
yeah.
all the other shit that they went at him with.
I mean,
But this is the only thing they can make stick. It's like that tells you how powerful he is. They can only stick him with the bullshit.
I mean, but they got Capone on tax charges though. So
Are you comparing Capone,
yes.
Yes.
this small time criminal, to the God Don?
Oh, excuse me. He's a large time criminal.
There you go.
All right, I apologize.
He's a bigly time
Yeah,
criminal.
bigly. Man, you know what? It does make me a little mad, but not nearly as mad as fucking Soldier Boy.
Oh my God, dude.
This the food stamp thing?
Yeah, I saw that.
No, you're not. He's mad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not nearly as mad as Soldier Boy.
Big Draco, big man.
He was heated. There was this whole video of like all these girls. There was like a choice between like what was it, dinner with Soldier Boy or it was dinner with Soldier Boy or like
250.
yeah, 250 in food stamps. Everybody in the video was like, food stamps. Who gives a fuck about Soldier Boy? It go cuts to Soldier Boy. He's like, fuck all y'all right there.
It's like, y'all gonna be broke forever. You ain't never touched $1 million. You ain't gonna touch $10 million. You gonna live in the ghetto forever.
I bet that man turned that off and just started sobbing.
Probably.
He put like hands in the face, kind of sobbing.
And
Probably
the best
sniffling. Probably sniffling, but it's probably for a different reason when it comes to Soldier Boy.
True.
Why'd you just snivel?
I know, right?
I don't know.
Can you feel your face?
No.
Okay, say less. But the funny thing about those types of videos and everything is always the people like you're yelling into your phone. Like I don't understand. If I had as much money as Soldier Boy does, then I'd just get a helicopter and fly over Jersey and just start taking a whiz.
Be
Like
a
whatever.
baller.
Yeah, just like fuck you, Jersey.
No
You guys
one
are
would ever
broke.
know. They
See,
would never know you did it.
Nah, they would know. I'd have a big ass Soldier Boy banner on the back of it saying,
either that or buy like I don't know, maybe like $3,000 worth of food stamps, just start throwing that at people in the club.
like, now you're having dinner with me.
Now he'll buy everybody in the city's food stamps so no one else can.
That's some like fucking 50 Cent level of petty.
I was thinking of that.
It's 50 Cent on the Legion of Doom.
He
Yeah.
might be, man, just for
No.
what he does to Ja Rule.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put him in that Solomon Grundy seat, he kind of remind me of a little bit.
Why?
Oh, come on.
What?
Solomon Grundy?
Yeah.
He like big and fucking like,
Yeah, but
beefy
Solomon
shit.
Grundy only want pants.
He got his
He want
pants.
everything else.
He got his pants.
G unit, man. It's the gray unit.
There you go.
It's Grundy unit. There we go.
There you go.
I hate it.
It is official.
I guess.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, Ohio man. We was gonna get to it.
Yeah,
He's gonna get to it.
hella detoured.
The name's still the same. It's Desmond Ramsey, and this motherfucker drunkenly called a garbage company and pretty much was putting out a hit on his own son.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
With the garbage company.
With the garbage company.
Okay.
I guess he called the wrong people or whatever. He left a few messages. He's like, I don't care how you do it. Get that bitch. I don't care where he at. I don't care who he with. I don't care what he wearing. If his mama's there, get him too.
How old is his son?
Well, he's an adult son.
Okay,
Not like some little
I was
toddler.
about to say because it's just fucking
Like it is Don't Be a Menace for dudes on the trike or whatever. He's riding by, getting ready to do the drive-by.
This is a business. They gotta have like an official voicemail. You should have heard this is such
He
and
was
such
drunk.
trash company.
He was drunk.
You know what? Even if he's dialing the wrong number, like, are you really putting that in? Don't you have that saved in your phone?
Nah, man.
You got hitmen under, like, just like,
No,
my
it's
Lord.
too much of that yak. He couldn't handle it.
unless the trash people are like the mafia there.
Oh.
They run. That's how they dump the bodies without
Yo.
anyone investigating.
He was like, "Yeah, I need you to pick up my dumpster." You know, that was cold.
I need you to take out some trash for me.
Yeah, I need to make a deposit. I don't know where I'm going with that one.
But I guess he got caught. He's getting like 1 year, whatever. And
1 year?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Trying to take out a
Basically, premeditated murder, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what?
I don't.
So you're telling me,
Ohio, man?
you're telling me that
man.
if I wanted to take somebody out, the most I'm gonna get if I fail at it is a year?
You don't even make that. Isn't even an attempt. Like barely even an attempt. You just made a call and he was drunk.
Listen, I've got plausible deniability. I was just calling my trash people. It was a joke, you know. I was
It
just
was a
prank calling them. Yeah. No, that was deep faked, right? Yeah.
On the phone.
Bro, some people are just so stupid, man. I'm like, why are you even leaving a voicemail for anyone that, hey, I need you to kill this person?
Yeah.
Like, you don't incriminate yourself like
Yeah, leave a text message like a proper.
Like, you got to use code or something, man. Like, I need you to take out the trash.
How fucked up would it be though? Is that he tried to do it, and then it does turn out that they actually do go out and just try to take out his son? Like they understood the code,
Yep. I can't believe it.
or he was with like Waste Management and they were Waste Connections.
Like,
They're like, we don't do that over here.
some years ago here in town, there was a lady who called the ambulance because she got too high and thought she was going to die. She had a shit ton of weed in her house because she was like growing it. And so she got charges. And it's like, you should have just risked death because now you got time in prison.
Yeah. We don't do the donkey of the day, but that would definitely count.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like you dummy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
True.
that sucks, man.
Have you guys
Damn.
seen that Amazon now is trying to make a setting to where it can detect when your dogs are barking off of the Alexas, and so it'll send you like a notification so you can be like, hey, chill out. I'm like, y'all just trying to listen in.
Yeah.
What all is dog barking to you?
Right.
No, I didn't hear that, but
Here's some dog barking.
yeah, that's weird.
They just want to listen in, man. I'm like, y'all already know what I want to buy enough as it is. Like, I already got Google sending me all kinds of crazy shit that I shouldn't even really exist.
Hey.
It's just stuff I be thinking about.
Hey, come on, don't bring Google into this, okay? They're an innocent company.
That is kind of weird because it's like, yeah, what else do you need to know? Like, you have everything. Like, I got shit sitting in my cart for months or whatever. I'm just too poor to buy it, so your advertising is not gonna work on me. Like, I mean, ain't got it.
What, are they working enough for you to put something in your cart?
Yeah, well, no, because I go through and look for that shit.
Yeah, okay.
They're not necessarily
Hoodies,
advertising
man.
it to me.
Hoodies, you know, he's just got a plethora of
Yeah.
hoodies.
See, I'm on the edge, man. I'm like, should I buy more? I mean, it's
I don't think I've seen that Capsule Corp one, so.
Yeah, you have. Shut up. Whatever. But
That might be the first one I've seen you rewear.
they're coming back into
You went
rotation.
through the
Don't worry.
cycle. You got another month before you see it again.
Yep.
No, I wish I had it. Like
I mean, I guess maybe not, because it is starting to get a little warmer, so, you know.
that's what I'm saying.
Like 80 degrees next week.
I'm
Time
gonna
for
be
graphic
heaven.
tees.
I'm gonna be in fucking heaven. I can't wait. I'm spending all my. I'm dragging my fucking computer outside. That's how much I'm enjoy that shit.
Man, got
Does
to.
it seem like it did take a little bit longer to get to the spring, whatever, this year?
Kind of. I mean, nah, not really. Nah. Because we always go through that. It's that whole thing of like the false winter, and then it's like or false spring, and then winter number 3. You know, and it just that hot and cold shit. So nah,
It's almost like that that one commercial where the dude had the dollar on the fishing hook. He's like, I almost got you.
Yeah,
I almost
right?
got you. Yeah.
And then in 2 months, we
that.
gonna have people complaining. Oh, it's so hot.
Yeah.
I don't wanna go
I can't
outside."
wait till the fall.
Yeah.
It's hoodie weather. I get to wear boots.
Linda.
Yeah. We knew who we were talking about. But yeah. I don't like that 1-2 bit.
I feel like this winter didn't get as cold. Like, we might have had only a handful of days that got below 10 degrees. Because
Yeah.
like last year we was below 0 a couple times,
shit.
and I'm like,
It's the
look,
global warming, man.
that is a whole different level of
Guapo,
cold right
guapo.
there once
Yeah,
you get
thanks.
under 0.
What'd you say?
Is that guapo waba?
Oh, I thought you said, yeah.
Like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Neither am I.
Obviously, we had like what 2 snow days.
Snow
I
day.
don't get snow days no more.
Shit, I'm
I
good.
work from home now. They don't allow that no more.
Well, I mean, like days where it actually snowed, but you know what I mean. Like where it snowed and it actually stuck. So, like I said, I'm good. I'm just kind of a little worried about today with all the wind and all that shit.
Yeah.
Might have some tornadoes rolling around.
All these fire warnings right now. They
Oh,
all
yeah.
don't throw your cigarette butts at them. Like, no, y'all know what the real problem is these goddamn gender reveals, man. Like, don't start this again.
Oh, God.
People putting on concert level pyrotechnic displays
Man.
just to say, I'm having a boy.
Yeah. It's weird.
Kid would be like, that could have been part of my college fund. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Spending like $5,000 in fireworks just to say something you could have said with a few words.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
never. That's Soldier Boy shit. Like, what you talking about?
Nah, people are asking, like, when you guys having your gender reveal? We're like, we don't do that. Like, that's just weird.
Had to do that T'Challa shit. They had to do that T'Challa shit.
Yeah. We don't do that here. Like,
Yeah.
we're not having like a real baby shower or whatever. Like, if y'all want to come over and bring some shit, cool, whatever. But nah, all that
like-
Facebook stuff, like, we don't. No.
Like, I don't had enough of them to where I got enough leftover stuff.
Pretty
I'm
much. You're gonna be hand me down up for
Right?
good. That's what we always say about our middle kids. Like, that poor child don't get nothing new. Everything is used.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, put some duct tape on them shoes. You're all right. It's the fashion. You know, Kanye made it hot. Whatever.
She done got some shoes, and I'm like, I don't even know if your sister actually wore these. They still look new.
Oh, poor middle kids.
Real.
Well, speaking of middle kids, though, we're in the middle of the
Not
recording.
having.
So I think it's time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And we're back. How's it feel to be the middle child? That's all you are. We don't even have commercials anymore. Now that I think about it.
Hey, you're telling them too much.
Nah, it's fine.
Stirring macaroni noise. That's your commercial.
Well, I mean, don't tempt me.
No, honestly, if you're listening right now and you notice that we don't have an ad break or whatever, if you want to send us like a little voice note or whatever, giving us a shout out, give yourself a shout out.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
say something you want to put you on the show. Like, as long as it's not like, you know, too raunchy.
Yeah.
I mean, then again,
But it
it's
can
us,
be
so-
too racist, so go on ahead.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. Cool.
Cool.
And we'll send you some free Blue Chew.
Gotta source that shit first.
Man, true. All right, let's see what else is popping on in the world.
What you got on your mind, man?
Y'all need to give M. Night Shyamalan his credit.
Why?
Because I recently watched Old, and have you guys ever seen it?
Nah.
No? You know what it is?
Yeah,
You know what it is?
it's a movie.
I'm sure there's twist.
Nah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you know, it's a movie.
Shyamalama always got them twists.
It's not like a crazy twist. I don't think he really does that shit anymore. But it's basically there's a beach or whatever, and people go to this beach. Once they get on this beach, they start aging. Not like super rapid, but within a day, you could basically die depending on your age or whatever. And that's pretty much what happens. So they go to this resort and they get down to this beach, and if they try to leave through this little cove or whatever, something blocks them. And it's pretty much like a magnetic field type thing going on there, whatever, and it keeps them from going back through for some fucking reason. It's a movie, just go with it. So the whole time they're trying to figure out like why the fuck they're aging, like eventually they find out. And, you know, I watched that movie and I was like, it's pretty good. You know, it's not bad. But it's a decent movie. And I remember everybody talking about like, oh, he makes terrible movies now. And it kind of reminded me of the Adam Sandler thing where they're like, oh, all his movies aren't funny and yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, you guys are just going with the narrative that was just online, and, you know, you should watch this shit for yourself. But that was one movie. Check out Old, the most recent movie that I just saw from
Shyamalan
Ding
Ding Dong.
You said what?
You said Shyamalan Ding Dong?
Yeah, all those.
Right,
But it's
right.
Knock at the Cabin or whatever. Did you
That
guys?
one was good.
You say what?
I heard that one was good.
It was pretty good. Yeah. I'm
Wait,
sure
what's good?
because you don't watch movies.
No.
But this one was actually pretty good too. It's I don't want to ruin too much of it, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's been out for a while. So trigger warning, spoilers. Okay. So basically, there's this couple. They got a daughter. They're all in a cabin, and Groot, not Groot, what's his fucking name? Drax the Destroyer shows up with like 3 other people, and they're like, ew, Like, shit's going down. Y'all have to sacrifice one of your peoples that's in here to save the rest of the world. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I don't know if put in that position would I do that, because y'all sound crazy. That's kind of what everybody else is saying in the movie. There's like, there are two guys, they're two gay guys. They adopted some little Chinese girl or whatever the fuck. And so they're like, no. And I mean, they're like, all four people are pretty much trying to convince them that, like, you have to do this because we saw visions. If you don't do it, then a bunch of people are going to die. We're going to release the plagues upon the earth and all that shit. A whole bunch of bad shit's going to happen. So they say no. One dude, he's pretty much like, all right, well, fuck it. The other three end up killing him, and then it unleashes the plague. Shit start getting real. Like, big ass tsunami goes off and everything. It's flooding all these coasts and all that shit. And they're like, oh, like, the fuck. It turns out all the shit's real. And they're sort of like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And yeah, it gets to the point where, like, damn near all four of them die. And I guess God's pretty much getting ready to fuck the world, pretty much. And
yeah, no condom.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty good movie, man. But yeah, it kind of made me think about that. And I was like, I don't really like people that much, so I don't know if I would save the rest of the world. But on the other hand, I'm like, there are people that I do like.
Right.
Would I die for them? Yeah, I guess.
Oh, so you sacrificed yourself?
Possibly, yeah.
See, immediately when you were talking about that, because you said that they showed up, right?
Yeah.
So they were like outside of the group.
What do you mean?
The people who showed up and say, hey, you have to sacrifice them, right?
There was 3 people in a cabin, and, you know, Drax the Destroyer there's 4 of them. It's Drax, some dude, some girl,
okay.
2 girls.
I thought you said that Drax showed up with people. Because then I'd be like, okay, well, we'll just sacrifice them. The ones that showed up.
They're the 4 horsemen, so if they die, they release the plague.
Oh, so they picked the wrong one, pretty much. That they were supposed to pick someone from their group, but they chose one of the 4 that showed up.
The 4 are going to die if they refuse. So it's like if us 3 are in here or whatever, and then all 4 of them show up and they're trying to convince us, hey, one of you 3 have to willingly sacrifice yourself, and the other people have to kill them. You can't kill yourself.
Okay.
That's the only way to save the world. So I was just like, yeah, that's pretty tough, man. Because, you know, as much people are assholes out there, not everybody is guilty. So, I mean, I could probably bite the bullet for the rest of you fucks.
Man, that's noble. I'm glad you took that sacrifice.
I know. I hate
now we've got it on record. So just in case we're in that.
Well, like I said, you know, going on trips and everything, you know, the daughters, they turn me into a bitch. So,
Yeah. But then again, I'd be like, wait, I want them to grow up with a father. So I'll do it.
Say less.
I mean, like, if it was really in that situation, I probably would do that. Maybe because both of y'all, you know, got kids and shit like that. And maybe, but yeah, I think honestly, it'd just be like, it just, I wouldn't want to know that, like, your kids are just have no, like, even just with one on the way, like, have no idea who her dad is, have seen anything like that.
Might be for the best.
I mean, maybe, but then again.
Yeah.
But if it really was in that situation, I probably would do that.
Yeah.
And I would just tell y'all to give me like 3 chocolate cakes, and I guarantee I'm not making it through the
Oh,
night.
God.
It'll be over. It'll be like, look, you didn't say how I had to go out.
Nah, well, you would have killed yourself, though. Eh?
No, I said, y'all give me the
No,
cakes.
you got to eat it.
That's fine. But y'all the ones who gave it to me.
Okay, whatever.
So, assisted.
Now we got Tim weaseling over here.
But what I did not hear you tell me is that Batista did not powerbomb anybody.
He was the gentle giant in the whole movie. Like, he had glasses on and shit. He was just like, look, I teach 2nd grade. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody.
I feel like the glasses were supposed to make him look smart. I'm like, why do they think putting big motherfuckers in glasses always makes them look intelligent?
Like anybody with glasses. Like, I remember, actually irrelevant. I mean, but whatever. But yeah. Check those movies out. They're actually pretty good.
See, Shyamalan been in the doghouse with me ever since he did that Avatar movie. I was like, I hate you.
Like Avatar? Oh,
He did the
You forgot about that?
movie. I'm like, I hate you so much for making this movie.
I wasn't a fan of Avatar by any stretch, but I kind of wanted to watch it. But yeah, after I heard that people were like, yeah, close to like the source material and all that, Don't even watch that shit.
I mean, he stayed true to some of it there, but he messed up so much from the pronunciation of the names to places to even like major events. Like there's a part in I'm gonna call it anime. I'm part of the community where I consider Avatar an anime.
Yeah.
For all y'all out there to say it's not, fuck you. But
It's the same with Boondocks.
yeah, it should be counted as an anime. It's in the style. I don't care that it's not made in Japan. It's based off of it. But there's a part where Aang ends up
I thought it was Ong.
there's like these koi fish spirit, and he kind of like gets in tune with them and turns into this gigantic like water fish monster, and is just fucking up the Fire Nation, like just devastation. But in the Shyamalan movie, all he does instead is make a wave. And then he does nothing with it, like a gigantic wave. Like they like, oh shit, we about to get tsunami, and then he just puts it down. Like, all right, now leave. I'm like,
he flexed on him.
I'm like, all he did was, I'm like, he didn't actually do nothing. I'm like, no.
If that's all you need to do without like actually pulling out the heater, you know,
Cartoon Aang was murking them. These were Antarctic waters. These motherfuckers froze to death. Like they was not living.
He backed down a whole nation. What is it?
He just said, "Woo, wave pool kids."
Look, all right.
That's further proof of his power.
It was I was not with it. I was not with that movie.
I don't know, man. It sounded like you hating.
Yeah, that dude sound like
extent,
that's
man.
haterish right
It's
there.
right under Dragon Ball Evolution for me.
We'll talk
Under?
about that one.
Damn.
My hatred for that movie is real.
You must have loved Avatar then.
No.
I mean, like the
compared to that, yes.
Yeah.
Like when I say I hated Evolution, every payday I bought a copy of it from eBay and I broke it.
You went Office Space on it. He's out in the field just stomping the shit.
They were just like, but you're giving them what you want. You're paying them. I'm like, I don't give a shit because there's one less copy in the world.
they made their money back just enough to do Dragon Ball Evolution 2.
No.
All funded by you.
All funded by me. It's like, oh, shit, what have I wrought?
They like call you up and try to get you a spot in there. It's like, you know, you can be fucking like Yajirobe or some shit.
They probably would do something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, in this day and age, I'd probably end up being like TN or something. They're like, we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
make TN black. And it's just like, please stop.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Stop. Somebody's got to be black. It's Piccolo, somebody. They're going to turn somebody black.
Yeah.
Damn woke liberals.
Oh, yeah,
Can't
right.
leave anything alone. No, so speaking of shows, whatever shit, are there any shows out there that like got canceled that you think deserves a second chance?
Yeah. Well, I guess it would be a third chance, but
As many chances, whatever.
look,
Another one.
I heard that they had done some recordings for the new Boondocks that was supposed to come out, like the HBO Max one. Yeah, they actually recorded like it was like 8 episodes or something like that.
Release the Snyder cut.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think they need to just release them as is. But you know that shit ain't gonna happen. But yeah, I think they need to do that. I mean, like, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
I feel like the part that got messed up with that, because I was really wanting it too, but it's just like too much of the original cast just started dying off. Like we ain't got John Witherspoon no more. We ain't got Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's someone else. Like I feel like Cat Williams wouldn't even do it at this point now. I mean, granted, the pimp named Slipback don't show up that often, but
Yeah.
ain't nobody else out there that need to be playing him.
It all depends on what Cat Williams is doing right now. 'Cause if he ain't getting beat up by like 14-year-olds, then I think he's gonna be free.
Like it's the whole reason he didn't get in trouble because he got his ass knocked down. Like you can fight with a kid as long as you lose.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about that.
I mean, like,
Win, I don't care. Crush the youth. Keep them in their place.
that's there you go.
Yeah.
But I would have loved that Boondocks like remake. I'm like, I feel like we need that kind of thing back. Like, you know what? You know who needs to get behind that is like let Donald Glover give us a new Boondocks. I feel like that shit would be fire.
Yeah, I mean, with Atlanta and all that, yeah, I think he could get behind that. And the fact that it was like run by Aaron Magruder too, then it was already just like shaping up to be pretty good. But
This is America is like the intro song. There you go.
Nah, man, you can't get rid of that Boondocks intro.
You're right.
Every time that hit, I let it run.
That was on my iPod.
I say season 1 and 2, those versions were good. The rest of them, I was like,
It sounded different to you too.
yeah, well, it
It
is.
sounded like a weird way to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah. The first one sounds like it got a little more to it. Yeah, you're right. That's weird.
Yeah.
Thought I was kind of having a stroke or something like
Nah,
that.
I went
every
back.
time I watched it.
No, I went back and listened to them, the differences between them, and I'm just like, it just gets softer every season. So I was like, nah.
Or it sounded like it was a little bit quicker.
Well, they did speed the tempo up on the third season, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's different.
I mean, longer episodes, whatever. Gotta get to it quicker.
The
Makes
Boondocks
sense.
is a show that I will rewatch over and over. You know, it just has constant replayability. Like I'm at work sometimes and I'm just sitting there listening to Boondocks clips because that's just good enough for me.
Yeah.
It was that. I mean, it was funny as hell, but then it also had some really good moments. Like I was explaining that like the Riley Was Here episode where he was he was with the Bob Ross dude.
Yeah.
And then that whole scene like with after he paints on his house, spoilers. After he paints on his house and it was like yeah, I know.
20 years.
But so when he paints like granddad and his wife on there, like that song that they're playing is Tom Scott
Today.
and California Dreamers, and it was Today.
Yeah.
But the layers behind that one is that also that was sampled by Pete Rock, CL Smooth for They Reminisce Over You. And just like that whole title going in with They Reminisce Over like his wife and everything like that. It just has some layers to it. And if you didn't know, you wouldn't see it. But like that right there was one that I was like, I love playing that clip.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good show, man. Good show. It's one of the things that, like, I mean, I've said it on the show before, just around that time, because that was like, I mean, I think we look back, it was like 2006 or some shit like that.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Somewhere around there. But that I feel like, I wasn't too far out of like high school or anything like that. So it's
You still had dreams?
Shut up. Those died a long time ago. But it was one of those things that I wouldn't say it shaped us or anything like that, but it let you see that there's like different sides of, I guess being black or whatever.
Yeah.
Because halftime, for some people or whatever, if I shake their hand properly or whatever, they're like, nah, it's kind of white. And I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. I guess I gotta,
Yeah, right.
I can't just, doing stereotypical things doesn't, determine your blackness or anything like that.
Right.
And so,
For saying that.
yeah. And so, like, I look at, like, Riley or whatever, and that's the other side of things. And then you look at Huey, and it's a little far, whatever. But,
Too far liberal.
Yeah. But you look at both of them, and it's like, yeah, you can meld those together and kind of walk that line between them. Like, sometimes you got to call a nigga, and then you got to educate a fool. But it was a good show. I kind of wish that it would come back. But that show, I think we're all in agreement, should come back.
Yeah.
In some form. Hopefully they do it right. I wouldn't mind seeing a Chappelle show again because that's almost on the same level of that. But yeah.
I'm really mad I missed it when he came here to town. I'm like, I should have went to that show. Because I'm
man.
like, man.
I was lucky I got to see that. I was real lucky. But yeah, it is a good show. If you ever get a chance to just see him, and if he's like somewhere, it's worth going. Like there was a moment where I was like, I don't know about you, Chappelle, but still, I would go
won
see
your
it.
back.
Yeah.
Well, gotcha. He's like, gotcha, bitch.
Uncancelable people, man. Like no matter what he does, it's like you can't cancel him because like that's Chappelle. He's got a reason for why he did it, and it makes sense.
I mean, I don't know why he's fraternizing with Elon Musk, but
Trying to get that money, baby.
I was just waiting for that next special. He gonna tear Elon apart somehow.
Maybe.
We'll see. I don't know. He might have crossed that line.
He's a musketeer now.
Yeah, he's like Joe Rogan.
Oof.
But nah, like there's those shows. Then me being a sci-fi dude or whatever.
Star Trek Voyager.
No, that story's ended. But man, like I'm talking about shows that got canceled. So I guess none of these kind of count because Chappelle Show didn't get canceled, did it?
And no,
He quit.
he quit.
Boondocks.
The new one did get canceled.
So we're weaseling that one in there too.
No, it did.
Okay.
The project got canceled.
All right.
I can't remember why it got canceled either. Like, what did they say was the reason for it?
It was basically like the production time took so long because it was going to be different from what they did back in the original run. So it was like it was taking too long.
One show I wish they would have made and didn't end up doing. Did y'all know Donald Glover made an animated Deadpool series?
No.
Yeah, he made a pilot for it and everything. And like you see a few minutes ago, I'm like, Donald Glover as Deadpool would be fucking hilarious.
I think Ryan got that on lock. Ain't
Oh, yeah,
nobody getting that out.
definitely. But it was just like, I would have been interested to see how his humor came into play.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. You mentioned Donald Glover being Marvel people, so whatever.
Just say it. Say it.
What?
I know what you're about to say.
What am I saying?
Want him to be as Miles Morales?
No, I honestly
really?
thought that he voiced Miles Morales.
He did. He did at one point, but
The Into the Spider-Verse, whatever.
No,
Yeah, that's not him.
no, I know it's not him. But there was one.
Spider-Man TV show.
I think so. It was like one of their other animated shows. I think he actually did do that.
I thought that Into the Spider-Verse was him, and then I saw some dude pop up online. He was talking about how like he should be the new Spider-Man, or
Bro,
just
he's already been in Spider-Man.
no, the guy that voiced him.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he was like, I should be. Maybe he was talking about Miles. I imagine so. And I think he's like, yeah, I think he didn't say Toby. What's the other guy's name?
Andrew Garfield.
No.
Oh, Tom
New guy.
Holland.
Tom Holland. I think he was saying that like he would probably maybe be okay with it or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they were like someone being people playing Miles. And
Yeah.
everything there.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I thought that was Donald Glover the whole time.
I mean, everyone was saying that they want Donald Glover as Spider-Man, and I'm just like, Donald Glover is literally in one of the Spider-Man movies and talks about his nephew Miles.
yeah,
like, what are
yeah.
you talking about? He's Uncle Aaron.
Yeah, I guess. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Wait, you said you had another show that you wanted to come back?
Raised by Wolves.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were into that shit.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I still need to watch it.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it was really good, man. You know, it's just like I said, it's another one of the sci-fi shows. It's not too religious or anything like that. I don't think anybody would get upset by it. But yeah, it was a real good show, man.
Yeah.
And it needs to come back.
Oh,
Shut up. It's got a good intro theme too, man.
I remember that's one thing you was always talking about, just like
Yeah,
that
I
intro.
don't let that shit go, or I'll let that shit go too. It goes hard in the whip.
Listen, they need to bring back.
Prove my blackness. Word.
They need to bring back Dexter. Okay.
Dexter.
did.
Yeah, I need to bring back
They
Dexter.
do the little after one. I can't even finish Dexter because someone ruined the end of the final season for me, and that ending was so bad that I'm like, I don't even want to watch it anymore.
What do you mean? It was a great ending.
No, what he ended up doing, I'm like, that's what happened. I was like, I'm not watching that.
This the
I'm like,
boat thing or whatever.
Yep, and I'm like, I'm good. I was in season 1, and like it was a friend of mine. His girlfriend at the time was just like, I was like, do you guys watch Dexter? She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, I can't believe that. I'm like,
He was like, yeah, right.
I didn't finish it. Thank you.
He was like, no, there was jokes. It was jokes.
Oh,
I've never seen it either.
You need to watch it.
it's a good show, but because I know the ending is trash, I kind of just don't want to touch it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Especially with.
Okay, that was Dexter. What else did you watch? You watched all those shows.
There's a. Oh, you go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say Dexter, and if I'm gonna make any recommendation, Wilfred.
Was that
Okay, Wilfred.
Elijah Wood?
Yeah.
Okay, that was him. Where it was like the dude in the dog costume,
Yeah.
like working with him or something.
It's so good,
Because he has the costume.
and I bring it out every year.
Does he really?
He has the costume. I don't even know where he got that from.
Just it's on Amazon. It's there.
Fucking
He
weirdo.
wears it when he's in the cup chair.
Yeah, I believe it.
No, I
He's
wear-
like, who's a good boy?
Listen, I wear the Chewie, the Wookiee outfit.
You got a Wookiee outfit?
I do too, and I got the little Bill.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Wait, Lil Bill?
Yeah, I got the little Bill shirt. Walking around, hello, friend.
I'm just
Yeah. All right.
yeah, that I don't even know what to say.
That's what yeah, he showed up at a party with that on, just, yeah.
And I was peeing on people.
And luckily he didn't have, anything put in anybody's drinks, but, whatever.
Hey, you can show up as Little Bill, you just can't show up as the cause now. Is what it is. Little Bill isn't gonna get in trouble. Little Bill just drink his apple juice.
Well, don't give me
crazy.
ideas now.
What if we did, like, a con where it's cosplay?
Cosby
Cosplay?
Oh my God.
Yes.
All you hear is people. Well, you see, oh my God, I would be driven crazy.
That is the first. That is the first all points. The cos.
Let's do it.
There's one show I keep the trend of HBO Max shows that keep getting canceled.
Man.
There's this show called Close Enough. that had 3 seasons. I loved that show. I'm like, this is adult regular show. 'Cause, like, they
Yeah.
had said that show was coming out for years, and I thought it went to the back burner. But it came out, I was like, this shit is good. It's gold.
Hilarious.
And as a parent, I related to it so much. And then they're like, oh, it's canceled. I'm like, I fucking hate y'all, HBO.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I almost canceled my subscription because of that. It made me mad.
What is his? It's not his roommate, but like his best friend and whatnot.
Well, yeah, he is his roommate because it's like there's the couple living in the house with their kid, but they also stay with what used to be another couple, but now they're divorced.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, he like lives in the closet and shit. Like, it's just all fucked.
that's just a character that I think that they really nailed it on.
They did. He is nuts. Like that dude cracks me up.
Yeah, that's funny though.
See, they did that, and then there's a Inside Job too. I heard that got canceled.
No, wait, he did?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I was like, why? Like, why?
Because Netflix don't know what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
Bro, Netflix is terrible about doing it. Like they want to cancel shows, it seems like, when they're at the height of being good. Like
Yeah.
there's an anime that I really liked that they made a few years ago called Cannon Busters. A lot of people liked it, or like, where's season 2? Where's season 2? The director's like, yeah, I want it. And they just won't continue it for whatever reason. I'm like, you literally left it on a cliffhanger. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's the shit that don't make no sense. But I think if it was a strategy that they were gonna do, they just like cancel it, see if there's like a buzz about it, and then just try to bring it back later to keep people subscribed and whatnot.
I mean, that's basically what happened with Avatar. Avatar actually did get canceled at one point.
Really?
It was off air for like a couple of years, but people kept petitioning, said, bring this shit back. And so they did. But like, it was canceled for years, and people were like, no.
That's kind of Netflix doing that shit. They canceled one show that I used to enjoy a whole lot. It's called High School of the Dead.
Hey, that was, if you know why we're laughing.
That was a prefab. I was like, get an episode in. Hey.
That anime is literally the poster child of just watch this alone by yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you watch this at work, they gonna question your every.
It's like, it's got a good story, okay?
But it do though. But it's just that then unnecessary panty and titty shots. It's just
Yeah, buddy.
like, bro, she just brushing her teeth. Why she got all that jiggle?
Yeah, that's how it be, man. That's a good show, man. Bring that back, Netflix. What the fuck y'all doing?
They ain't about to do that.
They better do it.
They gonna do another live adaptation of like, Brotherhood or some shit.
No.
Ghost of the Shell.
Just talk about live adaptation. All right, I'll take that. Like, whatever. No. Should we do traffic thing?
Yeah, we could. I got one.
You can lead off. With that.
Well, so here I am. Going up 135, right?
Right on.
Going north, right? So y'all know how they're doing construction at that little junction that goes to 235?
Yes.
So you know how you got to go into the lane and then go all the way around and shit? Somebody didn't know that. They didn't know that they were gonna, like, they're in the far right lane, and they don't know that if they stay in that lane, they're gonna be going east, right? So they are just like, fuck you. They were like literally like half a car length in front of me and just went right in front of me. I wanted to speed up. I'm just ram them motherfuckers.
When are we gonna see this clip?
Oh, I got it. I will post that one.
I don't know. All right.
But I'm getting better at it. I'm not raging anymore.
All right.
Yeah, I just get to post them now. So
Gotta get your what?
I said I just get to post them now.
Oh, okay. But you say you get your post nut now. I was like, that'll help you make better decisions.
Yeah, you're right. I'll do it on the way.
/ All Points Podcast. Nah, coming back from voting on whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. I was on the highway, same highway, 135, heading south, and there was this semi truck, and for some reason he decided, yo, I'm gonna get over. I see you back there. He almost hit me. With the trailer, and I hit the brake, and I was just like, what the hell's wrong with me? I could have got paid. I was so mad at myself because I was like, this is what I've always wanted. Like, but I dropped the ball, man.
Yeah, we all could have been paid.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a friend who got hit, or an old friend who got hit by a semi, and all she got, after medical bills and everything, all she got was like $25K. And I'm like, I don't feel like $25K is a lot for getting hit by a semi. To be walking home with.
No. No.
I could use 25K right now.
Especially nowadays, like cars cost too fucking much. It's like you can
Yeah.
barely buy a car for 25.
Yeah.
Listen, I will get a jalopy for like 5K.
Get a car with
pocket the
catalytic converter missing.
There you go. Don't worry, I'll steal another one.
It's powered by Flintstone feet. But what made me think like doing car segment or whatever, it's on my way out onto the highway. I noticed this car. It was kind of beat up. And I was just like I appreciate people that have messed up cars, like physically messed up cars, honesty, because you're letting me know that you're a shit driver. And that lets me know to get away from you.
True.
Like, dude is flying 90 miles an hour. I spot him in the rearview mirror. I was like, I see some movement, but I see his bumper hanging off and everything when he's passing by me. It's dented up. Dude is clearly on his phone, windshield smashed. I was like, all right, yeah. Let me stay away from you because I like my car. And no, you are a hazard. He's the dude from the fucking insurance commercials. What was it, Mayhem?
Yeah.
That's him. And I don't want no problems with that.
Either that, he had the shit, or he's getting some pussy. So
No, his car is beat up.
So
He is clearly a terrible driver.
Just because his car beat up don't mean he ain't about to beat up some cheese.
I'm
He ain't
saying,
getting
right?
nothing.
he's like,
nigga, your car's busted.
When you
Yep.
go to her house, he can park down the block.
yeah, exactly.
I got an Uber. Yeah, that makes you look better. Like, fuck out of here. But yeah, man, I was just like, I appreciate your honesty and stay away from me. Yeah.
It's for the best. When I see people like swerving and shit, I'm usually just hopping the farthest right lane, let them pass, and then just do that.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, if they fuck up, I can get it on camera.
This guy. Fucking night crawlers.
What? I'm sorry. It happens to me so often. Now I'm just gonna enjoy it a little bit.
So much y'all just don't know how to drive. That's what it comes down to there. And now it's starting to get warm. I'm out triking again, man. And so I see stupid shit all the time. People just be pissing me off. Like there was this van, they just weaving in and out on the highway, deciding they ain't gonna use their blinker. Like they pulled in front of me barely. But I'm like, can you stop, please? Like pick a lane or use your fucking signal. Like you don't have to keep going back and forth.
I'll say, or if you got to get over, put your signal on first. Don't do it when you're already like halfway in the lane.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've talked so much about like bad Wichita drivers.
Right on.
Well,
But
Okay. I have one more thing.
what's up?
So, so at work before heading in, I usually get my Starbucks fix because I'm an addict, and going to the bathroom while taking a whiz, I can smell the coffee, and I'm like, that's amazing. So then I had this thought. I was like, if you could pee up to 98% of your favorite drink or whatever drink that you want at the time, you can't sell it. Would you drink it?
98%.
98%.
Wait.
Let's say like you want a Dr. Pepper and you're like, you know what? Whip it out. Pee into a cup and it is 98% Dr. Pepper. Would you still drink it?
well, one, that sounds terrible because that carbonation has to feel awful, even, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking weasel.
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying that sounds bad.
Let's say it doesn't hurt, all right?
Sure, sweet tea. Let's
Okay,
go with
a
that.
sweet tea is 98% sweet pea. Sweet tea, not
Sweet
sweet
pea.
pea. Yeah, 2% sweet pea.
Too late.
Wait. So it's 98% pea.
No. 98% whatever the drink that you want. And
But it's
got
2%
that
pee.
2% pee. None of the like the toxins or all that stuff that you're pissing out or anything like. It is just pee. If you drink it,
It is
tastes
just
like-
pee.
It's just pee.
You sound like a nigga that drank pee.
I don't drink pee. But it made me laugh. But would you drink it?
Hell no.
No?
Because I know that there's my pee in there. Like just the fact that you said it's not that I'm peeing out sweet tea. It's that there's 2% pee.
It's 2% pee.
In
That's
there.
a little drip drop, man. It's a little bit. You just put some ice in there, dilute it, whatever.
I'm a pee in a filter, right?
I mean, there's people out there with them contraptions.
I'm
recycle
saying, yeah,
their pee
exactly.
and turn it into water.
So I'm just
You
saying.
gotta filter out all the sweet tea, and then whatever you're drinking like a fucking Long Island or whatever.
Yeah, that's my favorite drink.
I say whatever drink you want at the time. Let's say like you're like, you know what, these drink prices are too high.
Well, if I'm
Give
gonna
me a
drink
glass.
anything, I'm gonna drink
Shut the
body
fuck up.
armor. See, body armor. Yeah, you know what? I probably would. Because I think about it like this: if I just say my favorite drink is water, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm like in the desert or I'm lost in the woods or some shit like that, I'm straight. All I gotta do is kill a deer and I got meat.
You're gonna be in the desert. Like, how are you gonna drink it? You're just gonna be on your back, like lean all the way up, like you're coming on your face or something.
Hey, if it means surviving in the desert, you goddamn right.
Have his asshole in the sky. Just
He's like, joke's on you. I can self-suck, sir. I had a rib removed. Thank you.
and now we're hitting the low point. Oh man. But yeah. And I was asking people the percentages were way worse earlier when I started. I was like 90%. They're like, no.
God.
It's like, fuck no. So I was like, all right, let's get it into like a, questionable area. So yeah.
10% pee, I don't think it's gonna kill you, but
But it's still your pee.
yeah, it's still your pee. I think that's well past the limit for me. That 2% and that 2%, I don't like it, but it's acceptable.
I know it would bother me though. Like the first time I had Smoothie King, I got like a grape smoothie and some other shit, and I was drinking it, and I'm like, I've never tasted pee, but like when you smell something, you can imagine how it tastes. I'm like,
Oh shit!
why does that seem like that's pee? Like it was real off. My dad was like, "Why do you know what pee tastes like?" And I'm just
You can smell it.
You can smell it, so you can taste it. And I'm just like, even if it's a little bit, I'm like, I'm gonna notice it and it's just gonna bother me the whole time. I can't do it.
The dude behind the counter is like winking at you. Like, yeah, that's the Kelly special.
It's like if you made a whole glass of Dr. Pepper, but right before that, you drank a glass of orange juice. There's just enough orange. There's no orange juice really left, but there's a few droplets, so it's diluting the flavor of your Dr. Pepper. It'd be like, I know it's there.
That ain't one of the 23 flavors.
Listen, they allow up to like 1% of bugs and shit into like mixtures and whatnot, so you'd be all right. Yeah. You've been drinking and eating bugs all your life. You can drink a little pee.
Little PB ain't gonna hurt you. You said, how many spiders?
Have we ate in our sleep?
Oh, I love them.
All of them. I told my daughter that, and she about lost her shit. I was like, "Yeah, you don't hate spiders. You don't realize she hates spiders."
I mean, it's not real. But yeah,
That's true.
Anyways, all right, we done did it. Are we good on time?
Yeah, we out of here.
Okay, all right. I gotta ask permission because they be trying to, but whatever. Anyways, we're 3. Hey.
3 black
niggas.
That shit still got in my head.
I'm glad. I was one of them. Like, I need to know if it was in his head or not.
Yeah.
It took a minute, but yeah. It came back.
Go ahead. I say shout it out while we here.
Hey. 2 Fat Ninjas coming at you real soon. Follow our Facebook page. Got it up and running. About to start recording here this weekend. So let's get it.
All right. Again, if you want to send us a little voice note or whatever to get in on our little ad break for a while or whatever, then go ahead and send that shit. I think it'll be kind of funny.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And shout out to Pinky.
Nasty nigga. But all right, this has been the All Points Podcast. Make sure you check us out on all the socials, all that shit. We're gonna keep it nice and easy and sweet and get out of here because Kyle ain't here to drag us through the rest of it. Nah, joking. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to the rest of you guys.
True.
Yeah. All right. It's Jonathan the Great.
Tim not in the corner.
Hey, too.
And we
are
out of here. Peace.